And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
You enjoyed watching that game tape, didn't you?
Yeah,
Last week's game.
Good. Four touchdowns, one pick.
Now, you were a little upset about the pick. I didn't know if you would play him this week or not if you were the head coach.
Hey, they got the win.
You got the win, so you're going to give him another chance?
I'm going to give him another shot.
All right. I think the ratio's pretty good. He'll try and eliminate the interception, but he wants to keep that hot streak going, throwing touchdown passes.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
They'll run it for the first time with Dameon Pierce. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. This is complete. Finds his man Hearns. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 44-yard line. On play action, they'll throw. This is caught. It's Cooks. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that one a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
So the opening drive does yield points. So on now is the Clemson man, Bradley Pinion, to punt this one away. A big rush by the Texans, and they block it. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Partners, you well know every block punt wasn't necessarily a called block. Sometimes the guy just finds his way back there. Doesn't matter. The play happens, and that one turned into 6 points because they handled it so well after the block.
On now to punt. Here's Bradley Pinion. Taking it about the 16. They'll get 9 yards on the return there following a punt of 42. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Hey, I'm coming.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Flush to his right. And I think the ball's out, but this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline. It saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover. But I still think it should go to the defense, even if they don't recover it. If you give up the football, you gave up the football.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Can you tell what I played?
Yeah, you played defense.
Yeah.
I'll let you go.
I took a shot.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Hearns brings it in. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's fourth down. The Texans send the punter out as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time, and it'll be Jaguar.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line.
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Jags grab it, so they will set up shop. Excellent field position.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taken in at the 3. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Sliding out of the pocket.
Crossing route complete. Catch made by Cooks.
And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They'll look to throw now on first down. There again is Cooks, complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
And he whips that one incomplete there. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away.
Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. A give up the middle to Akers. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And Cooks has it over the middle. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line. That'll put him over 100 yards receiving now here in this first half of action.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
They'll run on first down with Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
45, wide.
Screen, watch the screen.
Slice, 97.
Hey, switch gears, switch gears.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
We got this.
Ready, break.
33.
Drill green. Cut.
Back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. Here's Bradley Pinion now. Remember, though, he did have one blocked earlier. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Rolling to his right. It's caught right side. It turns. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. This, the second meeting of these two teams. You might recall they met back in Week 5, and it was the visiting Texans who came away with a victory. So they'll look to take the season series if they can win here in Houston. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle third. He couldn't catch it. Now third down.
So much of his game is focus and concentration. And whenever I see guys running the in route, I know that in the back of their mind, they're always wondering who's lurking inside that might put a big hit on them as they try and catch the ball.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so, because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the second time. Pulled in at the 24. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps away. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
Eluding the, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Trayvon Walker able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Texans send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. It's taken to the 26.
Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. The medical staff. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
They'll look to throw. This is caught by Hearns. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
95. Hey, go steal.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
That one goes for 24 yards. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Red, 38. Right, 6.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the 2nd straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they?
They certainly have, and what they'll also do when this game is over is thank the guys up front, the big defensive line, because they've kept them clean, so to speak, not letting blockers get to them, allowing them to run to the football and keep that running game bottled up.
Now the Texans are going to call on the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets. Defense does what?
Wins championships.
And in this game, maybe a championship wasn't won, but a game won by the defense, right? Held them to just a field goal. That's a heck of a job. I mean, when they went out there with that determination and a pretty good game plan, pretty good idea of what they wanted to accomplish, just love the execution, love the tenacity, love the way they finished.
So for the Jags, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll return home next week to take on the Detroit Lions. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they'll try to make amends next week as they